Now, I do want to say this. I want to make it perfectly clear. If you're a black person and you're wearing a Donald Trump mugshot, you are a freaking idiot. And I'm only saying freaking idiot because they won't let me say what I really want to say. But you can figure it out. It starts with an F. Mm-hmm. But you are. Listen, people can vote for who they want to.
Yes.
But for him to compare his plight with that other African, I don't even like that term, the black people in America is asinine and stupid.
And that is Basketball Hall of Famer Charles Barkley. He is not a fan of Donald Trump's mugshot-related merchandise for sale on the former president's campaign website. Barkley went off at the beginning of his CNN show, King Charles. He and co-host Gayle King engaged in some cleanup of an earlier show when Barkley threatened violence against random black people who he sees wearing the Trump mugshot.
If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Charles.
I know, Gayle. Gayle.
You really can't say that because you don't mean that.
I mean that sincerely.
But if you see a black person with a Donald Trump,
I'm gonna punch him right in the eye.
Punch him in the face.
Gayle, I promise you.
I would bail you out. You're
not going to be my first call.
A lot of the media called Barkley's comments way out of line, and many conservatives demanded that CNN end Barkley's new show. Yes, he is witty, they said, but a cable news organization should not be giving a platform to anybody who encourages or promotes violence. It's kind of rich coming from MAGA world, but in any case, on the follow-up edition, Barkley offered some clarification, prodded by Gayle King.
Now, I know when you say that was just you making a point. That's not something you would literally do going around attacking people, right?
Well, let me say, is this my camera right there? I want to make sure people can hear me.
Yeah.
Number one, obviously, I'm not gonna go around punching random strangers in the face, first and foremost. Secondly, people can vote for who they want to.
Yes.
People can vote for who they want to. The point I was trying to make.
There you go.
No, the point I was making. I wasn't trying to make it.
Okay.
When Donald Trump compares his plight with that of the black person, that is what I had a problem with.
Fair point. As a refresher, here is what Donald Trump said to a conservative black organization just a few weeks ago.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing.
In that same speech, Trump claimed many black people had been wearing his mugshot t-shirt. Between that claim and Trump comparing his plight to black people, Barkley was clearly incensed.
That bothered me.
That irritates.
It bothered me because for him to compare a white billionaire who is in trouble because of stuff he did.
Yes.
Not because of stuff, like black people get in trouble stuff that happened didn't deserve to do.
Yes.
But for him to compare that to black people's plight, that's just stupid on their part. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all got Nielsen boxes if y'all gonna wear those tight t-shirts around the house and somebody take pictures. But I do. I'll stick by what I said. If you're wearing a Trump mugshot around, you are a freaking idiot.
But you aren't going to go just randomly attack people on the street. That's the only point I want to make.
Unless they had the Trump sneakers on, too. Unless they had the Trump sneakers on, too. Now, if you got the mugshot, you got the mugshot and the Trump sneakers on, you uncross over a line that you cannot get back.
And it's easy to see, even from the CNN show, why Charles Barkley, once known affectionately as the round mound of rebound, makes for great television. His wit and humor are off the charts, and he clearly has his passions. Now, all of us, or at least most of us, who have ever hosted a show on cable TV have said things on a live program that was perhaps inartful or a bit incendiary when taken out of context or taken literally. Remember a cable news scandal years ago over pimped out? Google it. Anyway, kudos to Charles Barkley, Gayle King, and CNN. They handled his controversy calmly and appropriately. It is offensive for Donald Trump to compare himself to black people. And the rage of Charles Barkley or anybody else is understandable. It's important to discuss and appreciate that rage instead of getting sidetracked or distracted by a joke that was misunderstood. Nobody is calling for actual physical violence, but all of us should be calling for Trump supporters to understand that the mugshot t-shirts are indeed asinine. By the way, Donald Trump is now exploding at Fox News. My record on endorsements is unmatched by anyone, ever. Put on people who understand what is going on in politics, and while you're at it, get rid of Karl Rove.
The high command of Team Trump ought to be concerned about unifying the Republican Party, because as we see in these states, a third of the vote in Virginia, 43% of the vote in Massachusetts going to Nikki Haley, a quarter of the vote in North Carolina.
And Trump did not help himself on Super Tuesday by lashing out at Nikki Haley.
She's gone crazy. And I've never seen anything like it. She pulls up a piece of paper, which is false, tells a lot of false things, and she's getting nowhere. She's actually going down. Her numbers are going down. So, and she's a very angry person. So we'll see if she straightens out.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.